So the Detroit Lions are back in action. This week they're taking on the Atlanta Falcons at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. The Lions came off an impressive win last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars where they scored 30 points. First time since the Matt Patricia era. It was also noticed that the defense was able to get a lot more pressure on the quarterback. Gardner Minshew was making a lot of throws that you probably wouldn't see him make. He had a lot of incompletions, a lot of bad mistakes. It wasn't just that. The offense was rolling. They were looking really good. Kenny Golladay had over 100 yards receiving. DeAndre Swift had over 100 yards rushing. He also had 2 touchdowns, and that's the first time since Barry Sanders' rookie season where they had over 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns from a running back. So that was a great statistic to see. So the Atlanta Falcons are 1-5. Detroit Lions are 2-3. Both teams aren't off to their best start. They're both capable of doing so much better. The Atlanta Falcons, as you already know, blew tremendous leads, much like the Lions have. So now they're 1-5. The Lions just, couldn't get it done. They blew their leads as well. Their leads were not as big as you could say as the Atlanta Falcons. But things happen. I'm not too upset over it. So we're going to break things down real quick, looking at matchup history, a little bit of the overall history between these two franchises. We're going to look at some things to watch out for, a couple keys to the game, a matchup that I'm really anticipating, and then we're going to finish things off with my prediction. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. All the support has been greatly appreciated up until this point of the season. We are less than 24 hours away from kickoff. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. Alright, so the last matchup took place on September 24th, 2017 between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. So real quick, for those of you that don't remember, Matthew Stafford threw a slant to Golden Tate, who is now with the New York Giants, and a video review determined he was down just inside the 1-yard line with 8 seconds. By rule, 10 seconds had to run off the clock, which ended the game between the Detroit Lions and the Falcons because the Lions did not have any timeouts remaining, and the Atlanta Falcons held on for the win, 30-26. The defending NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons, overcame Matt Ryan's 3 interceptions and many other mistakes, including Detroit's last drive, which brought them to 3-0 on the season. Detroit, which fell to 2-1, never led in the game, but failed to pull off another comeback in the fourth quarter. Taking a little look at the matchup history between these two teams, the Detroit Lions lead the all-time series 24-13. The first matchup dates back to September 25th, 1966, in which the Detroit Lions won that contest by a score of 28-0. Alright, so now we're going to look at a couple things to watch for between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday. Kicking things off with the Detroit Lions, the offense needs to continue to keep their foot on the pedal and not let up when they take one of their infamous first quarter leads. Another thing to watch out for is the Lions need to establish the running game early, so it'll help create more opportunities for Matthew Stafford to hit some play action passes to Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones Jr., and Marvin Hall. As for the Atlanta Falcons, Matthew Stafford has often shown the ability to hurt teams with the deep ball and airing things out in the passing game, which can put an opposing team in a tough situation at any point in a contest. One way the Falcons can try and shut those efforts down is by putting pressure on Matthew Stafford and making him uncomfortable in the pocket or forced to turn to the running game out of the backfield. Another thing for the Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta has been solid in stopping the run so far this season. However, will the Falcons be able to limit the Lions' 3-headed rushing attack on Sunday? Now looking at a couple keys to the game, keys for Detroit: establish the running game early, be able to help DeAndre Swift build on those efforts from last week where he had 116 rushing yards. If he can replicate that, that's going to just lead to success for Detroit, because not only is it going to help our offense out, is spreading the floor, but it's also going to help us control the clock a little bit and give less opportunities to the Atlanta Falcons. Another key to the game is the defense will have to repeat what they did this past Sunday against the Jaguars if the Lions want to maintain momentum, meaning they were able to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback on Sunday. If they can do that again, this is going to go in favor of Detroit. However, if they can't do that, giving Matt Ryan a lot of time, they got a lot of weapons offensively, Atlanta's going to have the advantage overall. Keys for Atlanta, kind of similar to what I just said for Detroit. effectively run the ball. We know the Lions defense hasn't been great in stopping the run so far this season. And then the last thing is gets to Stafford early and often, getting pressure on Matthew Stafford, making him to force throws that he's not normally taking, and having him go on his feet, as I mentioned just moments ago, having them go to the run, forcing them out of their momentum is going to be huge for the Atlanta Falcons moving forward on Sunday's contest, and hopefully that helps them walk away with their second straight win on the season. All right, so looking at a matchup highlight, we're looking at this week's matchup between Julio Jones and Amani Oruwariye. Sunday's matchup highlight favors the Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones. According to Pro Football Reference, Oruwariye has allowed 172 yards on 13 completions, and as it stands, Oruwariye will be the projected defender on Julio Jones. And while Jones holds the advantage over Oruwariye, according to Pro Football Focus, Oruwariye allows a 46% completion percentage when targeted. So this is going to be a great matchup. We all know what Julio Jones is capable of. Oruwariye is only in his second year in the NFL. He has shown a lot of improvement, and he has played very well for Detroit leading up to this point. But this might be one of his hardest contests so far this season. I mean, Julio Jones, like I just said, we know what he's capable of. He's a fantastic wide receiver. He's probably number one in the league, if not for sure top 5. So this is going to be a good matchup. A lot of people are going to be looking at this matchup. But like I did say, this is going to go in favor of Julio Jones, just because his talent is a little bit better than what Oruwariye might be used to, and I think the experience also favors Julio Jones in that aspect as well. All right, so now we're going to end things with my prediction for Sunday's matchup. It is going to go in favor of the Detroit Lions. I do think if they can establish the run game early, open up the field for the passing game a little bit, and they get to a hot start and they keep their foot on the pedal, they don't let up, I do think the Detroit Lions are going to walk away from Atlanta with a 28-24 victory over the Falcons, getting them to 500 on the season. I think that's going to be huge for the team, huge for morale purposes. So if you guys do enjoy the content, please feel free to smash that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are nearing our goal of 75 subscribers. We are at 66 as of today, so we are 9 away. So if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. All your support has been greatly appreciated. We're going to end it right here without wasting any more time. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.